Hey guys, welcome back to 26 Ways to Letter on YouTube. Today is all about letter D. As always, I'll be using my book, Fearless Lettering. I'll link to that below if you want some extra practice. At the end of the video, I will be showing you the word of the week that you can practice too. Be sure to comment below with your favorite uplifting E word so that I can choose one to letter next week. So let's get started. All right, 26 ways to letter D. I will be using my Tombow Duo brush pens. I really like these. I find they're a little bit difficult because the nib is a lot longer. So as beginners, they can be tricky, but once you practice a lot with them, they are awesome. They blend really well. I find that I use the fine point probably as much or more than I use the brush pen side. But I won't be using that today. Today is all about brush lettering. So with D, basically we just have these two basic strokes, the oval and the ascending loop. And with these two, there are so many things you can do to switch it up. So you can see because my nib is a lot bigger, I can get really thick downstrokes, even thicker than this practice sheet. All right, this first one is just a straight line and it's really long. The oval is just in the center. Okay, this one's huge. And see how the ascending loop is starting sort of in the middle. This one starts a lot higher. Now we're starting in the middle of our oval. And you could switch this up by changing how long the tail is. Maybe this is going to connect to another letter, but it's going to have to come out really wide since this loop is so big. This one's just a small ascending loop, but it's very tall. So it's not very wide, the opening, but it's really tall. This one over here doesn't quite connect the oval, so this isn't even really an oval, it just continues on. This one is a fun way to add a little bit of flourishing. So your flourish right here could continue on from something, or maybe cross the T over here. This one, the biggest difference on this one is that this oval, it doesn't stand alone. So this line just continues on. So see how with every other one I stopped, well, except for that one, obviously. But with every other one, I stopped from the oval and then picked up somewhere else to start the ascending loop. That's how the basic strokes are. But with this one, I'm just continuing on. All right, this one is really little oval, and then a tall and wide loop. This one has very short ascender. This one, once again, little oval, tall. It extends a lot lower. This one doesn't have much of a contrast in downstrokes and upstrokes. It's a little bit thicker on the downstrokes, but not by much. This one, you can see the baseline is different. Most of these have the baseline where the ascender comes down pretty far below, but on this one, the ascender stops above where the oval is. This one takes up a lot of the page, and once again it's kind of like this one where this flourish could start from anywhere, and then this would be a pretty big flourish in the middle of your piece. And if I want this even thicker, I might add more to it. All right, so now for uppercase D. This one is a classic serif. Notice where I was lifting my pressure right about here to get a thin line again at the bottom. This one connects in kind of a weird spot. And this one has a lot of opening right here, just like this one, but now it extends down to the base. This one is kind of fun, has a thick down and then thin up. It's kind of got like a little mohawk or something hanging off there. This one is a nice flourishy, elegant one. This one would be a good one to be able to connect to the rest of your word. This one has just a tiny little loop right there. And it's also thin on the way up. So that one I had to take pretty slow. Making my downstroke a lot thicker. And then, because these tombos can. So this one is similar to this right here, just without the serifs. So it's sans serif. Here's a curly one. And this one similar to this one where it will connect to the next letter. Only this one doesn't come past this downstroke right here. It stops before. All right, here's another one where it's a thick downstroke, and it's not very thick. And then thin upstroke. Finishing it off with a little thick down. This one is fun. It definitely wouldn't connect to the next letter. This one is nice. Here's the curly at the top right there. This one now has the curly at the bottom. And a thick downstroke. And this one has a little loop. Thin upstroke. And thick to finish it off, and then curl to the inside. So that's kind of like this one, but this one might even be able to connect with another letter. This one would not. We've got another sans serif like this one, only this one is a lot wider. All right, so now it's your turn. Remember, you get to come up with your own 26 ways to letter D. For the word of the week, I chose 2 words. One was suggested on my Instagram page, one was suggested on my last YouTube video. I couldn't just choose one. Feel free to practice these words yourself. If you would like to share, use the hashtags Fearless Lettering and Fearless Friday Letters. And finally, I'm showing you a little Tombow blending. I'm just using my blue to blend the bottom of my green. And at the end, I'm going to add some dots to it. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.